Yo, what's the haps? It's 3900. You know what I'm saying? 39 double O. Back in the building. Man, you see the title, man. I'm about to talk about this dude, man. IFATUNDE head ass, man. And I knew it was something about him. I knew something just didn't quite sit right with me about him. And I was looking for the book. It's a book that I bought years ago, and I read the whole thing, cover to cover. It's an autobiography of Marcus Garvey, right? And it's the book is called Negro with a Hat, right? You can Google it. It comes in hard copy, so they got the hard copy version of it, right? And I read this, and you know, before I read the autobiography of Marcus Garvey, right? You know, I would hear people tout his praises, right? Nigga, I would hear people tout his praises, right? And give him praise like, you know, Marcus Messiah Garvey, yada, yada, yada. He was this, he was that. I actually read his autobiography. Now, the autobiography just stated the facts of his life. It didn't make him out to be, you know, a highly touted individual. Put the it just put the shit out there. Okay, this is what he was. This is how he was coming. Woo, wham out the bell. Man, listen. There are, I'm not gonna say a lot, but there are a few parallels between Marcus Garvey and Dr. Umar. If you can't see, and he's actually putting it in our face. Pause, no diddy, by naming this alleged school after Marcus Garvey, the Marcus Mosiah Garvey Institute of, you know, Mama say Mama Sa Mamaku Sa. I don't fucking know. You know, I don't know. I'm just as bewildered as y'all is, man. You hear me? Well, hold on, dude. We about to put this. I don't think I done his yet.
Kung Lao.
What?
Johnny Cage.
Yeah, we gonna get your daughter on the team.
Janet Cage. Darius.
And them niggas that roll with you, yeah, they gonna go with you. Off to
The Fire
Neverland. You stuck
Temple.
there forever, man.
Finish him.
Ooh.
Fatality. Kung Lao wins.
You know what type of psychopath you have to be to sit there and smile as your father's body is laying on the floor, chopped to pieces? That's crazy work. That's just crazy work. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna give y'all the Reader's Digest version of Marcus Garvey. This man was a fraud. He was a charlatan. He sold black folks on this fanciful uh, fake African identity, right? Then he turned around and promised black people that he was going to start the first black-owned cruise ships or shipping company, the Black Star, Black Star, the UNIC, the Black Star. Looked that up. And guess what? He took donations, donations after donations, and never delivered on the cruise ship. At like the last minute, at the last minute, he ended up um, he ended up buying some little petty ass ship just to appease him because it's the same way Dr. Umar is doing. You know, he's keep promising the school, and then when the deadline comes, all of a sudden something happens. You know what I mean? Marcus Garvey was doing the same thing, promising the cruise ships or promising the ships. You know, the ships were going to be utilized allegedly, supposedly, they're going to be utilized for not just like cruise ships and shit from here, you know, trying to ship people from the United States to Africa, supposedly, but it was going to be like a cargo ship too, as well. It's going to be used for industrial purposes as well. But he never delivered. And then at the very last minute, when he was like at the end of his ropes, he had to come up with something. So he just bought some piece of ship just to, you know, sit in the dock. The ship didn't ever do anything. It just sat in the dock. It was just a symbolic ship. But then at the end of Marcus Garvey's run here in the United States, he was deported. And I forgot exactly what he was deported for. I want to say it was something having to do with fraud of some sort, but he was deported. You know what I'm saying? So I find it kind of interesting that there's a picture out of Dr. Umar applying for citizenship in Ghana after he has had a decade long run of fleecing Black Americans for millions of dollars in donations. Now he wants to hop his ass over to Ghana. Interesting. You know, he can't get deported from his own country for fraud, but he can hop his ass over. He, he and he and he's playing in our face, bro. Like I always thought it was funny. I thought it was strange that he talked this Marcus Garvey stuff so much. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, Marcus Garvey low key was a fraud, bro. He low key was a fraud. He really was. Let me do another, because her smile is just creeping me out, bro. It really is. Blind nigga samurai?
Kenshi.
Blind nigga samurai. You know what?
Baraka. Darius.
Darius.
Serena. The Maze.
So yeah, man. History does repeat itself.
Finish him.
That's crazy.
Fatality. Kenshi wins.
Victory! AKA the blind nigga samurai. That's what I like to call him. But yeah, man. All in all, this is just what I deduce from the whole situation. Dr. Umar Johnson is in fact a fraud. He is a fraud. He sold the black community on this fake, fake African identity because we are in fact not African, but he sold us on that, sold us on this melanin, old melanin and all this other bullshit, bloated our fucking stroked our egos with a bunch of flim flam, then said, "Hey, I need donations. I need donations because I'm making a school for black boys. It's gonna be called the Marcus Mosiah Garvey Institute of Mama Say Mama Sa Mamaku Sa." And then this nigga's doing photo ops in a non-disclosed location, painting with little paint droplets on his face, painting and shit. Some bruh, the nigga played y'all. I ain't give him a dime. I ain't give him a dime, motherfucker. Let me say that again. I ain't give him a dime. That's all one word. I ain't give him a dime. I ain't give him a motherfucking dime. What you talking about? So y'all fell for the banana in the tailpipe. Let me just say that. You feel me? But yeah, by the way, you know what I'm saying, in my so and so's voice, by the way, this shit happened before. Yes, it did. Marcus Garvey pulled the exact same shit. Do your homework on Marcus Garvey, the UNIC. Go get the book Negro with a Hat. So Marcus Garvey's autobiography, Negro with a Hat, and you will see this nigga he was a fraud, bro. He's a fraud. And now Umar Johnson is running the exact same playbook, doing the exact same shit, bro. Exact same. Trail business.